6 weeks ago, I shared this video, how I created my own MT4 trading bot using the AI software ChatGPT for free. In this video, I'm going to share with you an update of that trading bot. I'm going to share how it has performed and where I am now. And the big question you're probably wondering is whether my trading bot is making me money or not. All of the software that I'll be using is linked in the description below. Please remember to hit the like button so that I know to make more content like this for you. Subscribe to my channel and let's get straight to it. 6 weeks ago, I created my very own trading bot using just ChatGPT. This was to run on MT4 and it uses a very simple strategy. Here is the strategy displayed using PineScript in TradingView charts. It basically uses two EMAs, exponential moving averages, the 100 and the 10, and we're looking for a crossover to give a signal for a buy or a sell, which are displayed here. This isn't a perfect strategy, but that was what I was testing out, is whether I could use AI to refine my strategy and most importantly, automate it so that it can trade for me without me needing to be at the charts, which for me, being a pregnant mother of two preschoolers, sounds really good. After 6 weeks of testing this out, running in MT4 all week on the major Forex pairs and also some of the indexes, the US 30, the US 500, this trading bot unfortunately hasn't been profitable yet. It's currently down $1,200. Now, this is obviously including a lot of testing where trades weren't working accurately, so it's not a completely accurate depiction of the strategy. But when you are creating or coding trading bots, it's really important to stay focused because you can very quickly get sidetracked and end up down a technical cul-de-sac. That's why so many trading bots don't work or people give up, because it takes so much time, and if you lose that original focus, then you can pretty much lose the idea completely. After 4 weeks, once I realized that it wasn't making the profits I was looking for, I decided to completely change things up. First of all, I wanted this to perform in MetaTrader 5, not MetaTrader 4. I thought that converting the code from MT4 to MT5 would be easy, even using ChatGPT, but it's not. First of all, the first thing I decided to do to really change things up is to reduce the markets that I was targeting. But which markets do I target in the first place? After so much time spent on ChatGPT, entering my broker data, asking ChatGPT to run analysis and share with me real results, I've managed to clarify that the US 30 alongside Euro USD seem to be profitable pairs to trade. So I've decided to focus on just the US 30 and Euro USD. But I didn't want to carry on my testing in MetaTrader 4. I wanted to convert this to MetaTrader 5. And I tried so often using ChatGPT, it did not work. Every time I added the code here in the meta quotes editor, it just kept running up loads of errors. Was this the end of the trading bot creation using AI? Well, it seemed like it for ChatGPT. But then I did some research and I did some digging and I discovered Claude. Claude is another AI, another free AI that you can use online, but Claude seems to be synchronized to focus more on code and development. So I thought I would test it out to convert my code from MetaTrader 4 to run in MetaTrader 5. And it felt so much more streamlined. This is a very long chat that I've had with Claude, but if I scroll right to the top, I pasted in my original code for the MetaTrader 4 trading bot. And it explained how the code was running, how the strategy worked, and then it shared why it wasn't working properly for MetaTrader 5. More importantly, it created Moving Average version 5 for MQ5. The past week, I have managed to run my trading bot in MetaTrader 5 from those additions, those revisions from Claude, focusing on a very small selection. I've been focusing on US 30 and Euro USD. And at the end of the week, I have made a nice profit on the account. Now this is quite a small account, it's just under 4 grand and it's made just under 150 quid. So it's made around about 4% on the account, which I think is a pretty good turnout in 1 week. As well as changing this into MT5 code and focusing on just a couple of assets to trade, I've also made some changes in the EA itself. So let's open this up. Now this is using the same strategy of looking for that crossover of the moving averages, the 10 and the 100, but I'm also now using an RSI, which is the relative strength index, to help to really clarify those strong trends, as well as the ADX. I even got Claude to explain to me exactly how these different indicators will work together. So the ADX filter, which is the average directional index, ensures that you're only trading in trending markets, not choppy ranging conditions. So it helps to remove those choppy trades that sometimes appear from just using the moving average. And the relative strength index uses data for buy signals or sell signals. So for example, if your RSI is above 60, it's looking for a buy signal because the strength is to the upside. And if it's below 40, it's looking for sell signals because the strength is to the downside. What I thought would be interesting to do with you today, rather than just talk to you about how the EA works, is maybe to try to create the new code back on PineScript on TradingView so we can see exactly how it works, and also to test the AI capability of doing that. Let's test it out in Claude together. And that is how quick it is to write code using Claude. So I have asked it to write PineScript code to display the trading EA for the following parameters as shown above in all the code that we have shared in our exchange, using the moving averages, the RSI and the ADX filters, running the indicator during the specific time period, which for me is 8 until 4:30 GMT. It shares a summary here of the core strategy, the visual elements, so the EMAs, buy signals and sell signals, and it even tells you how to use this. So this is written out just for beginners who don't even know anything about code. Let's follow these instructions together. So it says copy the code here. So I'm going to click copy, open TradingView and go to the Pine editor, paste the code, save it and add it to the chart. Let's see if I can figure it out. Back into TradingView, I'm going to just remove the current indicator I have. And let's go into the Pine editor. I'm going to highlight everything there and paste everything that we have just created from Claude. And let's save this script, Claude EA strategy, and add that to the chart. I'm going to have to revert back to see exactly what everything means on there. So I should be able to see green triangles for buy signals and red for sell signals. I've just asked Claude what these purple circles and what these orange crosses mean. And they are where the filters are reacting with the moving average. So this orange cross, for example, is where the moving average is providing a buy signal here because we get the crossover of the 10 and the 100 moving average. But the RSI, the relative strength index, isn't matching up. So it's blocking that buy signal, which for this is actually a really good thing because it goes down anyway. We wouldn't have had that push up. So this actually cancels an order, cancels a fake signal. So that works really well. And down here, the purple circle we see is the same, but it's for the ADX filter. So the ADX didn't match up with the moving average, and so it cancelled this buy order here. Now I'm curious to see how the signals play out on the other markets, on the US 30, the index. The sell here, we had a matchup of the RSI and the ADX. It even tells you what the figures were. So we had a very weak RSI and the ADX is strong for the actual momentum as well, which is why we got this really nice move down, and I capitalized this on this in the EA in MetaTrader 5. Another buy signal here, a buy signal here for a larger move. I guess the next step of the development of this bot, as well as testing its long-term profitability and consistency, would be to see whether I could extend the take profit. So I might experiment with looking for 3, maybe even 4 times profit on what I'm risking. It's currently set to 2, to see if I can really make my winners larger. Which means that if I take more losers, it doesn't really matter as long as the winners are larger and I am profitable overall. I find that it's quite difficult for me to remain patient during this process, and I'm doing my best because I just really want it to get working. My idea, once I have this EA working profitably, is to put this onto a prop account and to let it trade for me, so that whilst I'm really busy being mum, I know that I have my trading bot in the background making some income, as well as my own manual day trading strategy making some income. It's all about diversifying. I can see the potential here, and AI truly is amazing. It's speeding up this process, helping me to code when, quite honestly, I don't have the time to figure out those answers myself. If you've been following my own personal manual trading journey, you'll know that I am trading with the prop from the 5%ers. I'm currently carrying out their high stakes program. You can find out some more information in the link above. And I also have an account lined up with the bootcamp program. I've actually purchased this 100,000 account, but I'm waiting to get this EA working properly. I want at least 4 weeks of profitable data in my demo account with MetaTrader 5 before I feel confident letting the EA trade for me on the bootcamp program. And why have I gone with this? Well, I've not really done this bootcamp program before. It's a 3-step process. You have a small profit target and a tight max loss, but it gives you an unlimited amount of time to pass the program. So I could set my bot, and theoretically, as long as it's making profits, even if they're very small, I know that it will hit that target and that it will have access to a $100,000 account, which could be very exciting. The scaling plan is really interesting with the $100,000 account, and it gives the potential to scale all the way to 4 million. So as long as I can get my bot working correctly, I can let it trade for me and let it scale in its own time. This idea of trading in this passive way, I find it really exciting. If you want some more information about the 5%ers, there is a link below in the description. Meanwhile, if you've got any questions, let me know them in the comments below. Remember to like the video so that I know to make more content like this, and I will catch you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.